everybody, how's it going? Well, look at the day I am starting to. That's the one of those. This is what we got now, but earlier you would have thought we were going to get a blizzard the way the snow was coming down, but this is all we got. I'm trying to get the truck warmed up because we got a project to go start on, and I'm waiting for a call on another one. So yeah, it's been this year's starting off so freaking weird. Started off with surgery and then some bad news, which hopefully we'll get taken care of, otherwise things are really going to change around here. And got one project for sure, and might have a second. So yeah, but yep, we're going to start on a project for chopshopundrground. He's got a wrecker. The motor he put in didn't end up lasting, so we're going to go out, and unfortunately the weather's crappy. The wife really don't want to leave the house, so the motor that the wife is going to build, I'm probably going to end up doing most of it because I can. And she don't want to go out, which that's fine. So, but we'll have other motors that the wife can build later. So anyway, with that, I want to get this windshield unfroze, and then we'll go to the farm and move some stuff around and start building the motor. So I want to be a YouTube meetup here with a fellow YouTuber here soon. We'll get this motor together, get her on the engine stand, get it running, and make sure she's good to go for him. So I guess, I don't know if there'll probably be a few days of videos over that, so instead of doing one long video, I'll try and keep them short. So anyway, it's cold. Boy, it's kind of rare when the gravel roads are worse than the highways. Yeah, I'm done. 10 miles per hour, it is slick. Usually the gravel roads are so much better, but yeah, look in the rearview mirror. Well, it ain't showing up for you guys, but yeah, we must have got quite a bit of rain that froze this morning. I see now why they called off school and that. So, well, we'll get out to the shop there and see what we can get done. Yeah, I've been out here for a little bit, just kind of getting going, and another YouTuber says, you know, Facebook is kind of a pain in the ass. You spend more time on that, and now you know what? He's kind of right. Anyway, well, we got it dug out. I had to find it. I thought it was that motor there, but no, it was back here in this corner, so that helped move stuff. But yep, this is going to be, I'm going to have to look at my papers. I think I might have been goofed. My writing. I thought I said this was I think I said it was a 2-bolt. Hope I did. I'll have to go through my notes. But anyway, it's a 2-bolt main, 350. It's going to be 60 over. That is 60 over, not going to be. Got those. The heads are still at the machine shop. And this is who it's going to be for. Right there. Chopshopundrground. Yep, that's where that motor's going to go. So I just got to wash off the main caps, but I've been digging up all the parts to this, and the pistons and that I got stored in here with it. The crank sitting right there all wrapped up, and now I got to find all the cam bearings, the rings, bearings, gaskets, all that I've got around in this mess. So yep, I'm finally getting back to building a motor. And yes, this was the one that Mama Bear was going to build, but after I got out here and seeing how bad the gravel roads are, yeah, we're not going to put Mama Bear through that. She don't like the bad weather anyway. But look at that. That's just damn near see the tractor's reflection on the ground, and you look down there on the gravel roads. I mean, that is just solid ice. So yeah, that's going to be the first build of the 2016 2017 season, and we're going to get at it. So we'll have plenty of other motors for Mama Bear to build, and she'll probably get in on this one, but we're going to get this one done and get her out of here and try and get a tow truck going. So alright, with that, let's get to it. Well, here we go, everybody. We're getting ready to put the cam bearings in, and you've all seen me do this. I'm just going to bring you along a little bit on the build here. And we'll get our cam bearings in and fit the cam, make sure it fits. And we'll get 2017 engine build started. And we've already had the discussion on how to do cam bearings and all that, and everybody's got their own, and I've been doing it for long enough. I'll do it how I want. So okay, there's 90. So and some of you will do this yourself, some of you will have the shops do it, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just got tired of paying the prices, so okay. There you go, I can see both. And you know, I will not put a cam bearing in lined up with this manhole. No. That is not how I do it. I won't ever do it, so. Anyway, heck, we'll do one more here. And like I said, on the packages, there's certain numbers go certain places. 3, 4, so. Oh. Huh. Oh, I goofed. I should have started all the way at the back of the block. Oops. No problemo. Like, what's going on right now? Simple blooper to do. Not being a blooper yet. Okay. And a little flush up. Oop. Oh yeah, yeah. Let's go. Oh yeah, that's right. A little rusty, guys. It's been a few months since we've done this. I remember now. Oh. That looks better. Yeah, that looks better. See there, son? There we go. Alright, well, I'll get the rest of these drove in. I'll bring it back, we'll fit the cam, make sure that fits, and go from there. Well, I tell you, just driving in those cam bearings, that was something else. Holy moly. Got the old back a hurting, but I started this fitting in, trying to be prepared to show you guys. So, well, just putting her in dry to make sure I didn't have a bearing get tight on me. Okay. And then once I know this works, then we'll wipe down the cam. Oh, oops, went too far. Okay. I know I forgot some of the cam gear. I gotta find that. So I'm gonna put that on there and spin it by hand and see how it does. Alright, we got the cam. There was some shipping stuff on there that was kind of sticky, and but it turns freely now, so boy, I thought I was going to be ready for doing this stuff again, but boy, I didn't realize how many muscles you use lifting this stuff and that. So I'm going to cheat and put the loop stuff on in the motor. Make sure you keep your finger out of the way. God, I don't believe I just did that. You get the whole surface of the cam coated, so then when we put the lifters in, we'll get that too. So alright, everything nice and wet there, so there's a spot. I would have done it out of the motor, but like I said, holy, my back. But we gotta get this one done, and then trying to find out what's going on with the other possible one. So but anyway, now the furnace just kicked on too, so probably a good time just to, I don't know, just sit here and do that, get these all lubed up, and then I gotta find the plug to put in there and find the rear seal. Then we can set the crank bearings and then maybe set the cam, and then that's I'm calling it for today. So alright, okay, well, cam's all lubed up, spinning nice. Then I found my rear main seal. Alright, I can't believe it, and I don't know how, but two motors I've tore down here lately have had the seal put in where it's looking like this. Say this is the inside of the motor, the seal is that way. Well, no, it's supposed to be in there like this. So when they put it in, they put the lip facing the flywheel. No, the lip goes facing the crankshaft. And how and why those never leak is beyond me. And the other trick, let's see, let's see. Okay, yeah, you can see how if you put it in like that, that's what usually you find the stock, just flush. Well, by putting this in, offset about 1/4, 3/8 of an inch, when you put the rear cap on, that offsets that, and it breaks the seal line, so you got to put a very, very little silicone here and there on these two-piece rear seals. And by doing that, that prevents the silicone from oozing out and through the seal into your crankshaft, and it offsets, just like doing your OSB on your sealing and that. You offset it to make it stronger. Whoops, sorry. So that's why I do that. Hand's got sticky here. There it is. So, and I'm using king bearings in this motor, which here and there, that's what they got. So that's what we're using. So, and yes, I've still got to put my plug in here. So, I like how they package this set. It's not all one big box. Now, and the camshaft we put in this is a stock replacement. Oh, it's a good one. It's a 274 CS 274. That's the cam that's going in here. Hydraulic. This is being set up. It's not going to be a race motor. Well, anyway, I hope it's not going to be a race motor. I don't know many tow trucks that go racing, but so yep. And so yep, Chop Shop was having trouble with the motor in his tow truck, and he got a hold of me and said, hey. So yep, we did some wheeling and dealing. And now, well, he's helping get this year started off. Oh wow. Okay, there we go. That fits tight. It'll be kind of hard for that one to spin around in the motor, which that's what you want. So, and I've wiped these down and got them all cleaned. I've blowed the block out 2 or 3 times just to make sure. And we are now going to see the crankshaft's all cleaned up. But I got to unwrap it. And like I said, I'm going to put that plug in. And that's not the normal plug anymore. That plug has been converted over to a screw-in plug. Because if I would have kept this motor, it would have gone in the Camaro possibly. But I've got plenty of choices around here. You think I got plenty of choices, everybody? I've got plenty of choices. They are stacked too high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 deep. And then there's a couple over here. Oh shit, then I forgot about the ones over here under the bench. So I got plenty of choices yet. So, alright. Alrighty. Okay, I'm going to go find that plug, show you guys put that in, and we'll be back. Okay, you see? Oh, here, I'll help you. Where did I put it? Just a second. I'm trying to be more prepared this year, but that's not working good, is it? Okay. Oops, sorry. Turn on my little light here. Okay, this is what I want to show you. Okay, there. Come on. Okay, see how you see light through there? There we go. Now I ain't blinding the camera. So yeah. All right, up here. Let's see if I can. I guess it's hard to show down in there, but anyway, I've ran a tap in there for a pipe plug, so the stamped steel one won't fall out or whatever. And we're going to be able to double check to make sure I got that in the correct spot, because I got this hole open. It's over here, and this hole open, because what this does is goes in between your oil pressure going to the motor. If you forget this, you won't have oil pressure and you won't have filtered oil, because what it'll do is send that oil straight up and it'll just go right through the motor. There won't be no resistance, no nothing. What that does is it goes in there, it hits the top of this plug, then it shoots back out here into the filter, gets filtered, and then goes back through here, and then goes back over the top of the plug into the cam mains and all that. So, and I always put this one in with red Loctite. Looks like 271 is what I've been using all these years, and it don't take much. And I just let it run around the threads before I put it in. Okay. So we do that. And you only do this is if you modified your block. If you didn't, you just do it the normal way. But just do not forget that plug. So if you forget that and you find out you forgot it after you got your motor in, well, this is what you'll pretty much have to come down to. So, okay, I'll let this thing up there. And hopefully it's charged up. I'll show you. I know it's where it's at. Yes, it is charged up. Okay. But is the head charged up? Uh-oh. Okay, it is. Okay, see? Alright, so let's see if we can get you guys around here. Okay. Oops. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we'll go in here. Take a... Oops. Okay, see there's where the threads are. And then... See, there's the plug. Okay, come on. Oops, I gotta go. I'm still learning how to use this camera. Hopefully you guys can see that. So that's there. And the plug in this picture here whoa! I lost you guys. Let's zoom in. Okay, I'll try and keep it there. You'll see down there in the bottom of the hole there's some threads there. Well, that's not the threads. That's just the excess that's down from the pipe plug. And then here, yeah. Oh, that's right. This hole here goes that way, and then they drill through the main this way to connect it. So that's why that doesn't show. But yeah. So you can see a good seal of red Loctite around it. So that is in. So with that, we can actually go ahead and, oops, sorry, forgot to, whoa! YouTube fail! I can get the crank unbagged and get the crank unbagged, and we can get our lube on here, and we'll see how well that crank spins. So. And then that's, I want to be about where I call it tonight. Then once we get the crank on, that we're going to just bag her up and call it good. Oh, kind of wanted to keep this motor, but here's the piston rod assemblies. And we got good bolts in here. I think these are ARP or Pioneer. You can see the insignia. So aftermarket bolts, reconditioned rods. And there's the pistons we're using. They're sealed power pistons. But you got a good oil return, so you don't have to worry about oil bunching up on your springs, which this is not a race motor, so that really doesn't make a difference, but yeah. So let me get the crank ready, and we'll drop that in. Well, you all know this favorite part. This stuff right here. Wet lithium grease number 105. That's what I use. Got the crankshaft sitting here. But before I forget it, since we got the plug in there, that's taken care of. We can now go ahead and protect our bearings. Okay. It's amazing how many tools you get out to work on a motor. And some of you that have been following me, you know we had a motor that had the trouble. I asked the shop if they ever found out what was in that 5.3 that time to make it go haywire, and it hasn't gotten the results back. So at that time I kind of questioned the white lithium grease, but I know it wasn't that. So come here, crankshaft out before. Yeah, that's all. That won't hurt. A friend of mine, when he worked at the packing house, got a hold of this cellophane. There was a roll that wasn't on the roll form right, so he grabbed it, brought it to me, and here we are, still using it. Ta-da! Unfortunately, what a waste, but okay. This has been washed, wiped down, and coated. Just going to check this back here. Oh. That wipe because I didn't have that. Just to make sure. Okay. Oh, I tell you, trying to build this motor been a little tougher on me than what I was counting on. I guess you don't realize what muscles you use until you don't use them. So, oh, that hurts. Normally I wouldn't have the flywheel on, but that's how. What do we got? What the hell? We're going to have... Now we got our first goof. Really? 2017 is just starting off all hunky-dory. And I just unwrapped the crank. Let's see. Well, that's not the answer I wanted. There's 20 under bearings, which that's what this crank was supposed to be, a 20 under, and oh crap. That makes me wonder about the rod bearings. Well, I don't want to open them. Oh, so I see somebody's already opened them. Little Scotch tape right back over it. So that's nice. Guess they're still sealed, but that was supposed to be like a 20-30 crank. Now I'm thinking they got the measurements backwards and it's a... Alright, I'm going to have to get out the micrometers and measure. Oh, just when I thought things were going good. Let's see, here's the... Oh, yeah. Yeah, something's not right on the ticket. Great! I guess now I get to get a different set of bearings. Well, I guess that's not how I wanted to end the day. Well, let's bulb this up like a bit, can I? Anyway, I guess I just want to cover this up, protect it. Granted, it ain't the cleanest building, but all the wind we've been having lately and that, so. Alright, well, that'll. Everything's covered on that. Oh, I said I gotta measure that, don't I? Oh well, I guess. It just proves no matter how well you try and plan, something's going to get you. Which just means that just put me. Alright, I'll do some checking around tomorrow. I'm going to find a set of bearings and alrighty, well, I guess this engine build's starting off like the rest of my year. Give me fits. Oh, I can't believe this. Oh. Huh. It is what it is. So, like I said, you try and plan things out and it still comes back and gets you. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this series, and hopefully tomorrow I can find some new bearings and get this thing back on go again. So, anyhow, well, we'll see you later. Have a good one. Stay tuned. See how more, yeah, anyway, I gotta go. Well, finally found out why they didn't fit. It wasn't the wrong bearing. Well, it's, yeah, got another set of 20s, tried putting it in again. Still wouldn't go. Wouldn't drop. So, we broke out the micrometer here and started measuring and found out it's a 10 under crank on the main. So yeah, that kind of makes sense. You try putting a 20 under and check the specs and it's right on. So yep, I was going to fit it into this block since it's on the stand and see, and yeah, I now know what's going on. So yeah, I guess I had the right bearings, just wrong crank. So I guess I got some bearings to wash up and put back in the box for now. And yeah, this will work for the next crank I got coming. So anyway, that's my problem. Duh. Alright, I'm starting to think somebody put a curse on me or something. Listen to this. Sounds like I blew a gasket on the damn pump. Wonderful! Thank God I got another small air compressor, I guess. I'll have to dig that one out and bring it in for now. Just in time too, after Sears Craftsman sold out, so wonder what that's going to be like to get parts for that. Gosh, this year is kind of going, really testing me. But hey, what the hell, huh? So yeah. So shining up surfaces, getting this ready to go back in the hot tank, get re-washed and that, and we can start assembling that one here tomorrow or Saturday. Probably tomorrow, I think. So, yeah. Just had the air compressor break. Really? Did not need that, so. I got another motor sitting here. I think I'm going to re-ring and bearing it and get her ready. So, actually, I got a bunch of motors sitting around I'm trying to get together. So, alrighty, I'll be back. Oh, some here on the floor I got a little bitty screw, but well, lifted off the piston. Look what I see. She's got some wear on her. That's not the problem. Guess what we blew? It's not showing up. Just a second here, I'll show you. Look at the piston ring. Oh, too much light. Sorry. Look at that. Damn. Anyway, it's folded over, so I need a I don't know if I can get just that or if I got to get a piston assembly now. And this is a Sears Craftsman. Where the heck's model number? Six and a half 60-gallon, oil-free. Well, huh? So yeah. Should have been thinking I brought you guys along, but wonderful. Nice ears. I swore there was another tag on this thing. Ah, here we go. Model number 919165600. So, yep, hopefully there's parts available for this because this thing is old. Oh yeah, I don't see. Look at that. I got a screw right there in the middle of the piston, so probably need two pistons for this because. Well, you know what? I didn't bring you guys along on the last. I already put that away. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm down a compressor right now. And I was standing right here, and I felt the one screw hit my foot. Holds on the plastic, so. I guess worst comes to worst, I'll just order another one. So, yeah. Broken air compressor now. Just what I needed. Not really. So, well, I guess that's where I want to. Come on, camera. Oh, that's why. Sorry, guys. That's why. So that's where we're at. I was going to get this 4-bolt main in the hot tank today, but it's not going to happen now. So, I got to go searching for parts. So, yeah, if any of you guys come across parts before I do, let me know. So, yeah, I guess that's where we'll call her a day for now. It's late enough in the day. Not much I can do. So, anyway, we'll see you guys all later. Have a good one.